Hey guys, my name is Matsumo, and today I'm excited to say that it looks like Rainbow Six Siege is finally going to be getting a new map. Just the other day, there was a leak that showed it off, and it appears that this new map is going to take place inside of a stadium. Now, to give you some context to all of this, Ubisoft actually hinted that this was going to be happening about a month ago during the Shifting Tides reveal. A bunch of operators come out in what appear to be some new uniforms. A lot of people were speculating that this was corresponding to the upcoming 2020 Olympics. They're kind of competing in some sort of events, and so everything starts to make a bit more sense that this is actually a map that is literally inside of the stadium. Many of you probably, your first reaction was that, oh, we would be in the bleachers themselves or the upper ramparts where really, the really expensive seats are. But no, they built a building inside of the stadium like you would build a basketball court or a football field so that the Rainbow Six Siege operators can participate and compete in kind of an Olympic event, but for Rainbow Six Siege. What I find really interesting about all of this, though, is that it basically confirms the theory that the game that we've been playing this entire time is essentially just virtual reality for these operators. Have you ever wondered why the best of the best, these Rainbow Six operators, are going against each other? Like, it doesn't make any sense. They're supposed to be on the same side. Why would they be trying to take each other out? Well, it's because it's literally a simulation, essentially a virtual reality, a really good one that allows them to hone their skills against the best of the best. And so it's not them actually taking each other out, it's them trying to improve their skills. And so if we take that same theory and apply it to this same map, it's basically a place where they are going to show off their skills, but in a stadium like you would at an Olympic event. Now, as for the actual map itself, while it's impossible to tell how balanced it's going to be, what I find really interesting, and something that other people have noted, is that it seems to have taken some of the key features of other popular maps and somehow infused them inside. There appeared to be the garage, like in Hereford base, inside of this new map. There looked to be the kitchen or the bathroom section on Oregon. And so if this is supposed to be kind of an Olympic event where we have the best of the best, maybe it takes a bunch of the key features of a lot of maps and kind of infuses them into one. That is a distinct possibility. Another really interesting aspect about it, and something that we've never seen before, is it appears that one of the spawn points on offense is literally below the map itself. Just like a normal stadium, there's a lot going on underneath, and that might be a spawn point for you to make your way instead of from the outside in, but literally underneath, and then you can wrap around. This could be one of the ways that they're trying to minimize spawn peeking, and that could be a really creative way of solving it. The real question is, though, is when are we going to be getting this map? A lot of people are speculating that this could be a special seasonal event, just like we've been getting with the Wild West or the recent Halloween event. Ubisoft coming on in with a new map, or at least a slightly adjusted one, so that we can play around for a couple of weeks and experience something new. The reason why I'm not really sold on that idea, though, is that this map looks extensive. This isn't something small like the Wild West event, where they literally just put down a building and a couple of flanking routes and then said had at it. This appears to be something that they built from the ground up to play the competitive game modes that we're all used to. And according to the leak, that's exactly what's happening. And so I have a suspicion that this is going to be our one map that we get next year, just like we got with the Outback content at the start of year 4. You don't spend this much time, and honestly, I would be really disappointed if they spend that much time on something this scale to then just have it disappear after a couple of weeks. That just seems like a lot of wasted efforts. To reinforce this idea, at the end of the Shifting Tides reveal, it briefly mentions that this content, or at least this, what everyone thought was going to be an Olympic event, is going to begin in February 2020. that is at the same time at the start of year 5. Just like we got with Outback, that was at the beginning of year 4, that kind of seems to be what we're going to be getting here. Now, one thing that does kind of muddy the waters a little bit and make it a bit confusing is that if this event is in celebration of the upcoming 2020 Summer Olympics, like everyone thought it would, to have it release in February obviously wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. I believe the Summer Olympics is going to come out in July, which is nowhere near February, and so how is all of that going to work? And so maybe people just simply jump to conclusions, as people do, assuming that this was for the Summer Olympics, but it's something completely separate. If it is in relation to it, though, and this is just them teasing, and they're just going to be releasing more information in February and not launching this content then, well, then I'm hopeful that we're going to be getting more than one map next year. If we have to wait essentially a year and a half to actually get new content in the form of a map because we have to wait until July to actually experience it, that's going to be a bit disappointing. I would be surprised if Ubisoft gave us 2 maps because they've made it clear that they don't want to bring too much content, at least map-wise, because it scares away newer players. This game already has a lot of maps that you have to learn, and if you're jumping in for the very first time and you see this mountain of content, you just might turn away and not even bother because it is just too overwhelming. And so if they changed that policy, that would be a bit surprising. All in all, though, I cannot wait to learn more about this map. It's really cool. I love the setting. I love the fact that it confirms that theory that everyone had, that all of this was a simulation and practice for these operators, and to see it inside of a stadium is just a really cool environment. And so let me know what you guys thought about all of this information. Do you think that this is simply going to be a seasonal event for the upcoming Olympics? Do you think that this is going to be the one new map that a lot of people are speculating that we're going to be getting for year 5? Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Yeah, guys, that is about it for today's short little update video. I thought you guys would find this to be interesting, and so I hope you guys enjoyed. But until next time, have a good one and take it easy.